Morning, grumpy golfers, and welcome to the Golfers Ramblings. Now, it's a little new feature for me where I'm actually going to ramble on about golf. I was going to do a course vlog today on, well, this is what I was going to do. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Saturday morning, end of November, and it's freezing. All my playing partners are out this morning, so I'm on my Jack Jones, which doesn't actually bother me because the course is empty. So I'm going to play the back nine, and I'm going to review the TaylorMade My Round Pro app. See how well it catches my data, see how easy it is to use while on the course and so on. So that's the plan for this morning, and just a general bit of practice in the wind, to be fair. So here we go, see you soon. So yeah, what I was going to do is review the TaylorMade My Round Pro app, just so it's another tracking device for my stats really. However, one thing's become very apparent today: it's too cold for technology and to be tapping on a phone, inputting scores and things like that. It's just too cold. I've had my mitts on today, so there for me is the first floor. It's a great thing for when it's not too cold and you can input your scores, but as far as I know, you can't input them after the fact. You can't input them after the round, whereas with the app that I generally use, Golf Shot, you can input your scores after the round, and you can again place your shots where they should be, so you get your correct percentages, whereas with My Round Pro it doesn't. A second thing, which I don't know if I'm the only one, that I find a little bit complicated: shots gained. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I understand it's what the pros mark themselves against each other on, but I don't understand the ins and outs of where and how shots are gained. What I do like about it is, with me doing my quest to single figures, if I want to, I can select the shots gained that I'm playing against. So if I wanted to, I could pit myself against a tour pro. Oh, that's just silly. But there is the option of pitting myself against a 5 handicapper, which is what I would do, because that's where I want to get to. So as for that review, that's on the back burner until the weather comes a little bit warmer. Today's round itself, stark comparison to last week. Last week, for those of you who follow me on Twitter will know I played at Nuneaton Golf Club last week, with a couple of the lads that I used to play with when I was a member there many years ago, when I was a good golfer. The two lads I played with, Paul plays off 1.5 and Fraser plays off, I think, 6. So both fantastic golfers, both really, really good golfers. And Gordon, the other lad played with, plays off roughly the same as me, 13, 14. Now, I shot a good score. I didn't play poorly, didn't embarrass myself until I got to the green. Now, anyone that's followed me again will know my putting woes throughout this last 12 months. I'm currently on my 3rd putter. Now, one thing became apparent last week, and again playing this week, it's nothing to do with the putter. Putter's fine. Use the same putter this week as I did last week, my Spider Tour Black. Last week I had 5 3-putts, which I believe cost me an under par gross round. Genuinely do. Whereas today, I've only played 9 holes, so I've been on my own and it's been cold. Played the back 9 at Stoneleigh, my home course. I've had a 5 down the last, which is a bogey. Had no 2 putts, no 3 putts, and I've come off 2 under gross. So start contrasting the putting. Now I know I need to practice my putting. Now I practice, but I didn't really, there's no sort of routine to my putting, whereas I've got with my irons when I'm at the range or when I'm practicing on the course, there's routine. I know what I want to do. Putting has always been my weak point. Now, Paul made a massive comment last week with my Spider Tour Black. While it's an amazing putter and off the face it's absolutely beautiful, it is the Dustin Johnson version. There is no line-up line. There isn't. It's just the plain black top. Now he thinks I should go back to my Odyssey Metal X milled with the sight lines on, which is a valid point. However, my theory, valid or not, I don't know, is the reason I wanted the TaylorMade Spider when I changed to it. I was lucky enough to be given it by TaylorMade, so it didn't cost me anything. So I was in a nice position there. But I wanted that putter. Reason being is for the bigger MOI. My strike isn't consistent enough yet for a small MOI putter. Now my Odyssey is the Phil Mickelson style blade putter, if you like. So which is really, really small MOI. So off-centre strikes, whilst they're only going to be slightly off-centre, on a putter, that's, it's catastrophic. So a key part of my practice through the winter is going to be getting some structure behind my putting and my putting practice, and actually making the time to do some solid putting practice. I've got all the aids. I've got the put out training aid, which to be honest is an absolutely fantastic piece of kit. Best putting device I've used, to be fair. And now they've brought the putting mats out, which with my new carpet in the living room, I think we're probably gonna have to get, because it's like putting through snub. It's somewhat slow. So yeah, that needs to change throughout the winter. My game in general, striking my irons while I've actually got my driver under control now. My bad shot is still a big high cut, and I don't think that's ever going to change, but I'll control it better. I revert back to last Saturday when I played in the knee, and it's a really real tight course. You can't really spray it wide. I hit 2 bad tee shots. One I got away with because it's one of the few holes that you can get away with going right, and the second bad tee shot was up the 18th, where I was nearly out of bounds, and then literally I've got no second shot because I'm literally, there's just woods in front of me. So game on the whole is in a good shape. Chipping and putting is the focus for me through the winter, I think. So yeah, and obviously I just got to practice, and that's literally all we can do. It's just practice through the winter, because I will be off single figures next year by the end of. Yeah, definitely that's the plan anyway. This year, as I say, I've said it a couple of times now, my handicap stayed stagnant. I'm off officially 13.2 according to my golf shot app where I track everything. I think it was 12.3, maybe 12.7. So my handicap's coming down with every round, but my competition rounds, that's where I'm faltering. And I said off at the start of the year, my very, very first vlog, or maybe my second vlog, where I'm either at the range or sat in my room talking to you guys, I want to be cut off competition tees in competition, because then it's a proper cut. There's no point me putting, shooting a 75 off the yellow tees and putting a general play card in. It's a pointless cut in my eyes. It's not a proper cut. That's why I'm pretty much stagnant. I've not played in enough competitions. 2, I've not played well enough in enough competitions that I've played in. And that's down to, this is my first full year back playing golf after a long break. So it's my first competitive year. And my focus was on, because I was playing so well in the pairs and the singles, match play competition throughout the year, quarters and semis in respective. That's where my focus went. So when I was playing in the stroke play and Stableford competitions, my head's in a match play situation, and it's just not worked out for me. But that's that really. Yeah. What's this Wally doing? Going forward into the new year, what I want to look at doing, I say what I want to look at doing, it's dependent on a couple of factors really. I spoke to the owner of my current golf club, Stoney Deer Park, who also owns a driving range and a shop, where I want to go into sort of alliance with him, if you like, whereby he provides me with equipment to product test. He seems up for it, but obviously we need to sit down and discuss things further. Now that's reliant on obviously him agreeing with it. Secondly, it's reliant on whether I stay at the club. After playing in Nuneaton last week, it's opened my eyes a lot. Now I left Nuneaton to go to the Forest of Arden because of drainage. Now Nuneaton's probably one of the best courses in the Midlands. You know, it's tough. Andy Sullivan plays out there. It's Andy Sullivan's course. It's a good course. It produces very, very good golfers. You know, I would say it's probably got one of the highest category 1 members in the country. I'd go as far as saying that. That's how good a golf is it produces. I could well be wrong on that stat, but anyway, you get the picture. It produces good golf. I left there for one reason. The drainage was shocking. You couldn't play in the winter. The year I left, the course was probably open, full course, 18 holes, 18 tees, 18 greens, for about 3 weeks throughout the winter. I then left there, went to the Forest of Arden, and the course was never shut. 18 tees, 18 greens, 12 months a year. Championship course and the Elsford course. I then stopped playing golf. I then moved to Stoneleigh, where I'm at now. Again, 18 tees, 18 greens. Now, when you compare Stoney Deer Park to Nuneaton, you're comparing chalk and cheese. While Stoney is a members club, as I say, the owner owns a golf club and a shop, but he's a businessman. He was a pro golfer, he's a golfer at heart, but he's a businessman as well. He lets a lot of pay and play. It's not a municipal, but it's treated as a municipal, if that makes sense. There'll be a competition day, and in between your competition round, you've got pay and pay players squeezing in between. That's a frustration for me, and I believe for everyone else. Whereas if you look at Nuneaton, I played there last week. Again, I keep saying last week. Now the improvements they've made to that golf course are phenomenal. The drainage is perfect. Now this time of year at that course, from what I used to play, it would have been a quagmire. It would have been a bog. I've played it on Saturday. The fairways are dry. The greens are dry, firm and fast. It's like playing. I can't explain how good the course is. To the point I've contacted the course secretary and said, look, I'm interested in coming back. They've come back with some prices. I've said to them, go back and rework some numbers. And then we're sort of at that point now where it could be a case of leaving Stoneleigh and joining Nuneaton. Now, if that happens, obviously the course vlogs will continue. My quest to single figures naturally will continue. However, there'll be no product testing at all. It just won't happen. Other than stuff that I buy myself for me to use, which obviously I'll just do some cheeky little product tests. But there won't be any proper product testing like you guys use. So yeah, that's sort of where I'm at the minute in my golfing rounds, if you like. Now the idea for this bit of a digression here. The idea for this little rambling in the car has come to me from fellow YouTuber Barry Edwards at Rory's Driver. This is the guy that asked Rory McIlroy can I your driver? Can I one of your drivers? You don't ask, you don't get, I suppose. That's what I've always been told. Well, Barry asked and Barry got. Rory sent him out, FedExed him one of his Nike coverts. I think this was about 2 years ago now, and that's where the story of Barry Edwards begins. You should really, guys, if you don't follow him, get over to his YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the description. And get over to him on Twitter at Rory's Driver. The guy's brilliant, such a lovely guy, so enthusiastic about golf. You know what, he's a brilliant chap. So get over to his channel, have a follow, have a like of his videos, and while you're at it, if you don't already, subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, and when you comment, what do you want to see in these little ramblings from me? Because I'm going to make them a feature on my channel now. You know, the ramblings will be as long as my car journey, or I get bored of talking. So, you know, there might be 5 minutes, there might be an hour and a half. Obviously, I'll cut it down because that's going to take a lot to upload. But you get the gist of it. So yeah, stick some comments in as to what you want to see, guys, because I sometimes think I'm just rabbiting and for the sake of rabbiting, but I kind of like it. So yeah, let me know what you want to see from me. So give it a like, give it a comment. So thanks for watching. What else can we talk about on my journey home? I'll tell you what we can bloody talk about. Adidas. And Adidas shoes in specifically the Tour 360. Now, I've wore the Tour 360 since it came out. It's the only shoe I wore. I used to wear FootJoys and love FootJoys, but when the Tour 360 came out, I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. I need some new shoes. They're at a decent price point. I'll give them a bash. Never look back. Fantastic. Until they've just bought the Tour 360 2018 2.0 out, which I haven't tried. I got the previous model. Had the previous model. Comes with a 12-month waterproof warranty, 2-year waterproof warranty, I believe, but it's at least a 12-month warranty. Now, I've had mine since December last year. Bought as a Christmas present. Played 3 weeks ago now. My feet were piss wet through, and the sole split. Never, in the 11 years they've been produced, have I had this problem. To the point, the pair I've wore this morning are a black pair from maybe 7 years ago. No splits, feet are still dry. They're cold, but they're dry. So yeah, I don't understand what's happened there. Have I got a bad pair of shoes? Are Adidas producing poorer quality goods at the same premium price? I don't know, but all I know is it's frustrated me and it's left me a bitter taste in my mouth, to be honest, because I'm still in the laps of the gods. The shoes are at a pro shop, and good friends dealing with Adidas reps for me, but it's been 3 weeks, I've still not got the shoe, I've still not got a resolution. What's going on? What's this? It sort of leads me on to a point of customer service, and I see over Twitter a lot on my Twitter. Team Titleist this, Team Callaway that, Team TaylorMade the other. Hashtag nothing feels like a Mizuno. You know, and everyone has got their brand alliances, everyone's got their favourites. Now personally, my favourite has always been TaylorMade. I've always loved TaylorMade. Up until starting playing golf again. So I'm a little bit older. I'd like to say a little bit wiser. Where I don't really have a brand alliance anymore. The company that treats me the best as a customer is going to get my business. Now, those of you that have seen my what's in the bag know there's a bit of everything in there. I've got Mizuno driver, Titleist bag, TaylorMade irons putter. I've had an Odyssey putter, got Callaway 3-wood in there at the minute, and I'm using the Callaway Chrome Soft ball. So there isn't no, and I've got Callaway wedges. There's no sort of brand alliance as such, brand affiliation. I know what I like, and I go with that. What makes you go with your brand? Why do you like what you like? What leads you to that? Now, what I see across Twitter is some really good customer service from certain companies, and I've had experience with two of the biggest manufacturers, Titleist and TaylorMade. Titleist, sent me out a bag, lovely stand bag 2016 it was at the start of this year. The bag was damaged, really, like to the point I was like mid-season, the stand snapped. Got in touch with Titleist, and I tell you what, they couldn't have been more apologetic. They gave me a solution which wasn't suitable for me. It just wasn't. It left me without a bag. It left me not being able to play golf. Titleist did something that they don't normally do. They sent me the replacement bag before I'd sent mine back. Now, for a company like that, and the bag's not cheap, it's a £190 stand bag. It's a cheap bag. That's how much it would be to pay. It didn't cost me a penny. So they've sent me a £190 stand bag. I've still got the other £190 stand bag, which is repairable. If I get a screw, I could repair it. So I've got 2 bags, over 300 quid's worth of golf bags now, and they're trusting me to send it back. Now for me, that's a fantastic piece of customer service, absolutely brilliant. There's no questions. It was a case of, well, this is what we're going to do. I'm really sorry, I can't do that because of X, Y, and Z. Okay, how does this sound? There wasn't any questions. There was no real wait times. Didn't really have to chase massively. For me, that's a winner. Now I'm in the market looking at swapping irons this year, hopefully, and I'm looking at Titleist. Why? Because I've just had a great service from them. To the point I've been fitted for a set. I've been fitted for the 718 MBs, new blades. Very sexy. And then brings me over to TaylorMade. Won a competition with TaylorMade for a lesson with 2 of their pros. I'm not going to name their names. I'm not going to name their YouTube channel because I'm not like that. However, the prize was won in December. It was part of the TaylorMade 12 Days of Christmas. TaylorMade, fantastic. You've won this prize. This is what it is. Send us your dates. We'll forward it on. Brilliant. I then got an email from this couple's management team. So it's out of the hands of TaylorMade now. Give him the dates I'm available. The dates come, they went, no contact. Emailed TaylorMade, what's going on? I haven't really had any contact. I've given dates, TaylorMade, like, really, really sorry. This is what we can do. And this is where I got the TaylorMade Spider Tour Black from. This is how I ended up with it. They said, look, we're really sorry. Let us rearrange the lesson and the round. To be honest, I said they were going to happily rearrange it. It's left a bit of taste in my mouth. I don't want the lesson with them now. I don't want it. Just come up with something else. And obviously, lovely lady Jessica Hederman works for the PR department at TaylorMade. Well, what can we do for you? I said, well, I want a new putter. And this is what I want the black or the red. It wasn't specific. She says, well, you're going to have to wait for the red, but we can get you black. Just send me the black. No qualms asked. She sent me the black. A few days later, I say a few days later, it was about a week and a half later after I actually received the putter, the couple, or one of the couple of TaylorMade pros, got in touch with me. Really sorry to hear your problems. What are your available dates? So again, I emailed him available dates. So this, TaylorMade now have made up. I'm happy with TaylorMade, but this is where I'm going on to something a little bit. I'm still talking customer service, and this guy's got in touch. Says, yeah, these are my available dates. Okay, brilliant. We'll get you booked in. This was September. Now we're talking. He's got in touch with me. November, I haven't heard anything. Now, obviously, I subscribe to their YouTube channel. I see that they're travelling all around the world and getting some really big sponsors behind them, like massive sponsors behind them. Now, that's great. You're growing your business. I get you've got a job to do. And I actually said that in one of the early emails. I understand the guys are busy. I get that. It doesn't take long for you or your management team to say, look, really, really sorry. This is a situation. Do you mind doing X, Y, and Z? But I've had nothing. I've had no contact. Now, I see a lot of YouTube golfers. So yeah, customer service to me is key. If your customer service is crap, you don't deserve the business, as far as I'm concerned. And that's how I've changed from when I was younger, where I just want TaylorMade, I just want TaylorMade, I just want TaylorMade. I want someone who's going to give me the best service and the best product, which I think I'm getting from the companies I'm using. Like I say, TaylorMade and Tyler's have been giving me fantastic customer service in the last 12 months. I can't grumble. You know, and interaction on social media as well is massive. It's like Callaway, I would say, are one of the best for interaction on social media, i.e. Twitter. If you tweet something regarding Callaway, it might only be a like or a retweet, you're not necessarily going to get a comment, but that, for a company the size of them, it's great. And Callaway are fantastic for that. They look after I think they look after their fans probably better than anyone else. I'm personally just not a massive fan of their irons at the minute. However, the new Apex MPs could be a possibility. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with my my customer service and my brand affiliation. But yeah, that's I think I've rambled enough, to be honest with you, for now. So I'm gonna go. I'm nearly home. We'll get ready. My little girl wants to get her ears pierced today, so I suppose I'm gonna have to put Swift through paint, take her to the jewellers and get her ears pierced if that's what she wants. I hope she forgets and changes her mind, but it's up to her. So yeah, have a great weekend, guys, and like I say, please subscribe, please like, and leave your comments as what you want me to ramble about next time. Otherwise, I've got no direction, as you've seen today. These conversations can go anywhere. Cheers, guys. Speak to you soon. Ta-ra.